Hey everybody, it is Halloween and it is the day that the Braves are going to win the World Series. Yay! Go Braves! I lived in Atlanta for 27 years before I came to Florida. Moved there in 1991 from San Diego, California. Um, Great place to live. Love Atlanta. Not the place to retire, but Atlanta was very good to me. Huge, awesome, world class city. Can't beat it. Go Braves! Okay, now we're going to go back to some memories of mine and hope might spark some of yours. Okay, I want to tell you one horrific thing that I remembered about when I was very little. I was probably 6, 7, something like that. There was this guy, he was a soldier, he was a friend of my dad's, and he would come to our house sometimes to visit, and his wife was a friend of my mother's. She was Korean and she was a friend of my mom's, and he was alcoholic also. Even as a little child, I knew it. In fact, in Japanese, stinko means drunk, and my mother used to say it all the time. Stanley Stinko. And that's what it meant. Anyway, he got me outside under the tree in the summertime. It was a dogwood tree we had, um, down on the dirt, and he was tickling me. Um, Not sexual or anything, just, how people tickle a little kid, but he was relentless. And I was screaming at first, and I got so, I was having a panic attack. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. He would not let up. He thought it was the funniest thing on the earth, and I was like just freaking out. It was horrible, horrific. I'm just telling you. So don't ever do that to a child. You have no idea. It was horrible. Okay, now I'm going to go to another memory I forgot to tell you about already. Transistor radios. I first remember seeing one in the first grade. My friend brought one to school, and at the playground, she broke out with it, and it was cool. They were just about the size of a cell phone, but thicker, about an inch thick, and they had a battery inside, and AM radio only. We even had earplugs, and living where I did in the New York metropolitan area, Cousin Brucey, he was the one that we listened to for all the hits, and that was good. Everybody got one after a while. At least I did, and I think most people had them after a few years, maybe. Um, so we used to like to play kickball a lot. I played paper dolls when I was lonely, home alone. Lennon sister paper dolls I had, and they were very popular, from Lawrence Welk, who my grandmother loved Lawrence Welk. Um, I had Barbie and Ken also, and I did like playing with them. I didn't care much about playing with baby dolls, but I did like Barbie and Ken. And I had their pink sports car, and my mom helped me make some furniture for them and all. So I had a good setup there with Barbie and Ken. My girlfriends used to like to come over and play also. Um, so there was two doctors who became very famous, black and white TV still, in the 60s, early 60s. I was maybe 9 or 10 years old at the time. Dr. Kildare and Ben Casey. It was like you had to choose which one you liked, and I liked Ben Casey. Um, we used to wear their shirts. Doctors used to wear these white shirts that came up their neck, kind of like a priest collar, kind of, and with the buttons down here, and then they went like this, and then they went down the front. And boys and girls wore them to school. I had one. They were a big deal. So then, what else? Okay, in the winter when it snowed, we had a blast. School would be closed if it snowed hard, and we would all go outside and play in the snow. I remember being little and the snow coming up to my over my knees, like up my thighs, where I could barely even walk. And as I got older, it was just all fun. We would make snow forts and have snowball fights. We would when the snowplows came, uh, especially on Atlantic Avenue, they would push the snow to the side and it would cause these great big huge mounds of snow on the sides, and we would have a blast on them. We would climb on them, walk on them, play on them, slide down them. It was just lots of fun playing in the snow. And we would wear like I'm saying this for the benefit of people that never played much in the snow, like 3 pairs of socks, and we would wear socks on our hands also, as well as mittens, because our feet and, well, our hands would get wet from playing in it, and several layers of pants and sweaters, and but snow was so fun. Snow, so fun. Um, okay, let's see. I want to go to the summertime. I was a lonely child. I told you that I had a lot of friends in school. Once I got to be about 10 years old, I started having a lot of friends in school. I loved it. And after school, we'd play together and it was all good. But in the summertime, the other parents all had made plans for their kids for the summer. A lot of the families belonged to beach clubs. There was one in North Long Branch, White Sands, and there was also one, there was in Monmouth Beach. Some of my friends went, and there was a public beach. Well, it was actually, it was called Fulton's Beach because the Fulton family owned the beach. In New Jersey, you could own the beach, and they owned the beach there, and later it became a public city beach. But I went to the USO beach a few times with my parents, and then that beach just washed away from erosion, disappeared, and then it was burned down when I was a teenager. But when I went to the public beach, to the Fulton's Beach, with my friend, her mother brought me. This was my very first friend in the first grade, and she later was murdered, and that will be an episode in the future. Ways down in the future, but we played together a lot when we were kids. She was one of my best friends when I was very, very young, talking about like first to fourth grade or so. She was one of my best friends, and very adventuresome. She took me everywhere. She knew where everybody lived and took me all over town as a little kid. One time we went with the baby stroller to Philip's house. I remember Philip was a black boy that lived a couple blocks away. I mean, we had to cross the major street, Atlantic Avenue, to get there to his house. And I remember us going over there pushing my baby stroller with baby dolls in it because she wanted to go visit Philip. And we get to his house, and his mother, she must have been shocked to see these two little white girls with their baby dolls. We come to the door and say, we want to play with Philip. We want to play house with Philip. We want Philip to be the daddy. The mom let us in. She must have got a kick out of that. Anyway, the beach. So my friend's mom, this friend of mine, took me to the beach, and I got knocked over by a big wave. And I just remember spinning around in the whitewash and opening my eyes, and it was like suds all around me. I couldn't get my footing. I was, again, like panic attack. And she pulled me up, and I was all shook up. I went back to to the blanket, and freaked me out. I didn't want to go in the water anymore. So Even though I lived so close to the beach, I did not enjoy it because I had that bad experience. I was scared of the water. I didn't belong to a beach club. I didn't get swimming lessons like other kids did. So I just stayed home all summer by myself. Um, I played paper dolls, and then I got so that I would stay up when I was a little bit older. I would stay up at night until after midnight watching Alfred Hitchcock and Twilight Zone, whatever else was on, and I would sleep all day until like 4 o'clock. I was depressed all summer. But in the evenings, people would come home from the beach and be outdoors to play. At least my immediate neighborhood, the Presley girls across the street, my friend Dory across the street, my couple of friends that lived right around the corner or right down the street, they would come over sometimes. And we kids would have so much fun. We would play hide and go seek across yards. We would run into each other's yards to hide and all. We would catch lightning bugs and have a real good time. So I guess that's maybe, let's see, is that it for now? That's only 11 minutes. What did I forget here? Nothing really. Okay, so I can go on for a minute maybe. Over to talk about sleepovers again for a minute. My one friend, oh my goodness, she was so much fun, but that is a little bit later. Maybe I should wait on that one. Maybe I'll make this short. I'm going to just stop right here. I'm going to talk about Lynn coming up soon, some of the fun we had, and God bless, she's gone also. Uh, um, oh, Vacation Bible School. Yes, that was my saving grace in the summertime. Yes, every year, the Methodist church where I went right down the block, they had Vacation Bible School. I think it was usually 2 weeks. And we played four-court dodge. I loved it. And we did all the Bible stuff. We made crafts and seeing all the kids and all. So that was my favorite time in the summer, was Vacation Bible School and when we got to go camping with the Girl Scouts. Otherwise, I was a very lonely child, and I always felt like I was different. I always felt like my family was different. They were, you know, and I that was it. So I'm gonna end for now. See you next time. See you soon. Go Braves!